Alright YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny. Alright, I have not done one of these in a very long time, but it's going to be an obligatory loot haul video. We're going to open up all the Iron Banner packages on all three characters, the Crucible bounties, but more importantly what I'm looking forward to is the hand cannon bounties. I have yet to get myself a good Eyasluna. I really want one. Everyone else seems to have one in the Crucible but me. I've been using my Lord High Fixer, Rangefinder, Luck in the Chamber, and Rifle Barrel. And I actually kind of enjoyed this Iron Banner. I don't really like Supremacy that much, but if you go into it with an open mind saying, hey, this is going to be annoying and just have fun, and man, thank God they changed the Iron Banner system in terms of getting loot and getting the bounties done. It's much, much easier. So, alright, without further ado, let's jump into my Titan loot first. Now, I've got a plethora of these distant stars from drops, but the only one that I actually like is this one here. Hidden Hand, Full Auto, Firefly, and Perfect Balance, or Braze Frame. But to be frank, I don't really use it that often. Alright, let's get into the Iron Banner bounties, and then we'll do the Crucible ones last. Alright, first up, what do we get? We're going to get a weapon from this one. Alright, we got a Clever Dragon. We're going to get a piece of gear right here. We got some gloves. Right here, we got the Laughing Fart. We've got some boots. Alright, let's check that out real quick. Let's see what the rolls are. I mean, I've got really good rolled Clever Dragons, but to be frank, I don't use it anymore. I don't use any pulse rifles anymore. Injection Mold, Hammer Forged, Quick Draw, Casket Mag, Hidden Hand, and Unflinching. Alright, let's look at that Laughing Fart. How does that compare? Alright, so Laughing Heart is a really high rate of fire, low impact, but what do we got? We got Hidden Hand, Triple Tap, Explosive Rounds, Single Point Sling, Reinforced Barrel, and Perfect Balance, and it is Void. Well, I already have the Archon's Forge Sniper, which just looks just like it, but has the 1,000-yard stare type of rate of fire and impact, so we'll hold on to that. Gloves, what do we got here? Intellect Discipline. Alright, so we got, let's see, increased melee attack speed. Oh, increased reload with snipers. Alright, might hold on to these. Rain Blows, increase. Alright, when it comes to PvP, I pretty much make sure every character has a set of gloves with increased melee attack speed. Comes in very, very handy. Do I really want increased sniper rifle reloader? I don't know. I tend to prefer, if I can, get some gloves with hand cannon reloader on them. What else do we get? We got some boots here. What are these? Intellect Discipline. Alright, we got 7155 or 4878. Alright, what do we got here? Shotgun ammo or machine gun ammo. Second Wind. On respawn, weapon and movement speeds are greatly increased. I actually like that perk. Alright, we're going to hold on to these here. Shotgun ammo, machine gun ammo, Void Double Down, or Second Wind. Alright, let's check out the Crucible bounty. This is the main one, which should give me Nightfall tier rewards. We got Immolation Fist. Let's see what... I never use these things. Let's see, what do we got? Intellect and what? Oh, just straight intellect? No, Strength and intellect. We got Rocket Launcher Reloader, Scout Rifle Reloader, Rain Blows, Impact Induction. Alright. I need a good hand cannon. This is going to go right to my Postmaster. Give me an Eyasluna, please. Alright, went right to the Postmaster, and actually we'll check Shaxx to see what we got from package. Ooh, we got an Ill Will. Not Luck in the Chamber, right? I have an Ill Will with Luck in the Chamber. We got Steady Hand IS, Sure Shot IS, Triple Tap, Third Eye, Snapshot, Brace Frame, Feather Mag. I have an almost identical roll. With this type of rate of fire and impact, I don't really know if I need the range in it. I have one with basically, it has Rifle Barrel and it has Brace Frame in it. So, alright, we'll hold on to that and see. Alright, let's see if Shaxx will give me something good here. No, I don't think Shaxx packages can give me an Eyasluna. No, it's just basically anything from the Crucible Quartermaster loot pool, right? Alright, that's going to go right to my Postmaster. No, we got a longbow. Alright. Now, my main longbow is not... Is it on this character? No, alright. Well, I have a Hidden Hand one for PvP, but my main one I use has Snapshot, Outlaw, and Firefly, actually. Alright, what does this one have? We have the SLL-20. Nope. SLH-10. Oh, short gaze. Alright. Ambush. We got Partial Refund. We have Armor Piercing Rounds, Injection Mold, Reinforced Barrel, and Unflinching. Alright. Nothing compared to my other two long... Well, my Hidden Hand longbow for PvP, and then my other one with Outlaw Rifle... No, what am I saying? It's got Outlaw, Firefly, Snapshot, and also the SLR 10 scope. Alright, let's jump on my Warlock. Alright, same deal with the Warlock. Let's just burn through these bounties. Go through the Iron Banner ones first. Alright, weapon. What do we got there? Another Clever Dragon. I want a Lingering Song is what I want. Artifact and some gloves. And we got... Okay, Lingering Song. Cool. And what do we get? We got some boots. Alright, let's check out. Can we get a Luck in the Chamber? Luck in the Chamber? Nope. Rifle Barrel. Alright, that's good. Injection Mold, Lightweight, Explosive Rounds, Army of One, Firefly. What about the sights? Usual Iron Lordly sights, Iron Warrior sights, Iron Vigor sights. Man, I wanted to look in the chamber version. Alright, we got Hidden Hand on this one. Hidden Hand, Unflinching, High Caliber rounds, which are nerfed on this thing, Lightweight, Hammer Forge, Injection Mold. Alright, that's Infusion Fuel. Gloves, increase melee attack speed. Nice. Alright, hold on. My main one's right here. Let's compare them. Alright, 35 or 39. And increase reload with Scout Rifle. Alright, so I like this because it's got hand cannon reloader on it. Might hold on to these. What do we got? Intellect Discipline. I always need Snap Discharge on my gloves for PvP. Momentum Transfer and Scout Rifle Reloader. Alright, what about the boots? What do we got? We have Intellect Discipline. Man, everything's dropping with Intellect Discipline today. That's a good thing. Intellect Discipline, Fusion Rifle ammo, and Rocket Launcher ammo. Alright, these I could actually use in PvE because I'll put this on. Well, I'm probably going to use Transversive Steps in PvE, but for the most part, if I'm using Sleeper Simulant, I want extra Fusion Rifle shots. Rocket Launcher ammo, and Capture King. After capturing control zones in the Crucible, weapon and movement speeds are greatly increased. Alright, pretty cool. Alright, let's take a look at the Shaxx bounties. Alright, so here we go. Let's do the main one right here. What do we get? Alright, went right to the Postmaster, and for the hand cannon, that's going to go to the Postmaster. Alright, let's see if the Postmaster has anything good for me. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, what do we got here? Another Ill Will. Is that reactive reload? I hate reactive reload. I know you PvPers love it. Another Ill Will. Interesting. True Sight IS. We got Sure Shot, Quick Draw IS, Rangefinder, Extended Mag, Brace Frame, Rifle Barrel, and Reactive Reload. This thing's going to have some hella range in it. You know what? And Rifle Barrel. Wow. I might fiddle around with this thing in PvP. I don't like reactive reload, guys. Look, in PvP, if I get a kill, you gotta press reload immediately and just pray that there's a Guardian right next to him get that bonus damage. But being on that archetype, that thing's gonna do hella damage when the reactive reload perks. Exile Student. Alright, this is a Trials hand cannon. And what do we got? We have Hammer Forged, we have Braced Frame, Extended Mag, Explosive Rounds, Hidden Hand. I believe I have one of these already. Let's see, hold on. Through the beauty of... wait, actually, I can't use Destiny Item Manager right now. Hold on, I'm looking at Destiny Item Manager right now. I have an Adept version of that. Alright, so that was a waste. So I have one more chance to get myself a Eyasluna, man. Everyone's got an Eyasluna in the Crucible except me. Alright, so these are going to be... that's going to be Infusion Fuel. I might hang on to this thing and just fiddle around with it. Alright, let's move on to the Hunter. Alright, so we have my Huntress here. Lastly, let's see if Shaxx, we got a package from him. Let's see if we can get anything good out of you, which is probably not. We got a Zombie Apocalypse. Right, I have not used that thing in a long time. That was like my first legendary in year one. Alright, Life Support. We have Hidden Hand, Skip Rounds, Hand Laid Stock, Small Bore. This thing's Solar, Linear Compensator, Field Choke. Alright, let's go near the Postmaster because a lot of this stuff's going to go right to the Postmaster. And let me make sure my Postmaster is not full because lately my vault is like full already. Alright, what do we got? Alright, so just a few things in there. Okay, that's from the last Iron Banner, actually. Alright, let's pop these bad boys right here. Let's see what we can get. Alright, first one, we got some gloves and an artifact. So in here, we got the Laughing Heart again. Give me we got some Iron Saga grips again. This one's a weapon. Give me a Lingering Song. Alright, no. Oh, the Binding Blaze. Alright, let's take a look at this bad boy right here. Binding Blaze. I always want to say blinding. Crowd Control, okay. We have the usual sights, right? These don't change. Fitted Stock, we've got Oiled Frame, Snapshot, Appended Magazine, Rangefinder, and Crowd Control. To be frank, guys, the only sidearm I really use is my Queen's Choice with Mulligan. Do I have it on me on this character? No, I don't. Just because I miss a lot of shots. When you have Mulligan on a sidearm, you can get like your ammo up to, from like 15 all the way up to like 20, 21. Alright, Linear Compensator, Accurized Ballistics, Field Choke, you have Braced Frame, Reinforced Barrel, Quick Draw, Lightweight, Unflinching, and Triple Tap, and this one is Void. Let's look at those gloves. We get anything good here? Intellect and Strength, Intellect Strength. Alright, so much for the Intellect Discipline luck today. Alright, they both have increased melee attack speed. One's for Scout Rifles, one's for Auto. Alright, I'll hold on to those. What else do we... Can we get anything else here? 2 artifacts, don't need those. Anything else good here? Alright, let's pop the Crucible bounties. So which one is for... Alright, that's hand cannons. We'll do that one last. Oh, we got a new step and something went to... Oh, that's for the Age of Triumph. Alright, and then something went to the Postmaster. Hand cannon. Give me an Eyasluna. A Lingering Song from that? Better be a good one. Yeah, I cannot get an Eyasluna. Guys, what's the best way to get an Eyasluna? Just play Crucible, right? A post-drop match. Post-game... oh my god, I can't talk at the end of the video. Post-game drop. We got hammer forged. We got brace frame. Single point sling, extended mag, third eye. I don't know. I mean, I really need luck in the chamber. That Lord High Fixer I have. The main 2 hand cannons I use, obviously, is that Lord High Fixer that I've got. With luck in the chamber, rangefinder, rifle barrel, sure shot. And I have a palindrome with rifle barrel, outlaw, and luck in the chamber. Yeah, I need luck in the chamber, guys. You know my aim's terrible. So if I'm laying into someone, a lot of times that luck in the chamber shot, even though it might be to the body, does come in pretty handy. So anyway, that's it, guys. Hashtag made it to the end. Let's see, it's Monday tonight. Keep it locked in here. I'll be recording the Sony keynote and uploading a video covering anything that comes out of the Sony press conference, keynote, whatever it's called, with regards to Destiny 2. Hopefully we'll get a nice look at the Arc Strider. I hope we get to see what the actual subclass nodes are for the Arc Strider. But as for the other materials, like the Strike, the story mission, PvP mode, it's all the same stuff I recorded already when I went to the Destiny 2 reveal. So that's it, guys. Hashtag made it to the end. Do me a favor. Drop a like this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube. And that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.